everyone, it's Jen from Catascrapdesigns, and I am going to be doing some jelly printing today, so I thought I would take you along for the ride. I have my jelly plate. I'm here. I have it on top of a paper bag so I don't get it on my countertops. And I have my different types of mediums here that I'm going to try for the jelly plate, and we're going to see what happens. The last time I did it with other stuff, it came out okay. I wasn't extremely thrilled with it, but we'll see what this comes, where this takes me. So we have a few different things. I'm gonna try to stay within the pinks this time around, and whereas the last time I stayed with the blacks and the browns, and I kind of want to see if I could do a couple of things for my Shabby journals and get a couple of nice pages. So we're gonna start with that. So here goes. Gonna pour a little bit of pink. Oops, that one wasn't shaken up enough. A little bit of beige and a little bit of off-white. And we'll see what happens. So I have my rag right there. And we're just gonna take it in a few different directions and make sure the jelly plate's covered. I'll put this down. And I think I'm gonna start off with plastic. This plastic one right here first. And it didn't take the whole thing, but we'll see what we get from it. Take an extra piece of paper to blot what paint is still there. I might have to go a little bit darker on the pink because it looked like it was a really pale pink. And it didn't come out too bad. It's a nice pink beige page. I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna put what I have left on here. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of a darker pink. Gonna do the same thing with the antique white. This one's a little looser than this beige. And I'm still gonna put in some of that pale pink. up. I'm gonna set this to the side. I am going to try this one. And I'd actually like to go over it with the brayer. Before taking it off this time. Okay. Let's see what we have this time. Gonna get my scrap piece of paper, press down real hard. Okay, let's lift this and see what we have. We have a nice darker pink. And using that black thing, took away some from up here and over here and in a couple of different spots. So I will put this to the side. And let's see. I'm staying within the pink, so gonna do the light pink again. Put it in a different spot. I'm actually gonna do a dark pink. I'm gonna take that beige. I'm gonna start with the dark pink because I know that's really dark. Looks like I got a piece of hair in there. Okay, got that out. That darker pink really made it pink. Okay, now I'm gonna take this piece and I'm actually gonna use my braid to go over it. Looks like we got some checkered spots there. And my scrap piece of paper. Press down hard where you want to pick up that pattern. I'm not worried about it getting on the back. I like that. So this is the pattern we got from using that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna stick that to the side. Let that dry. Just gonna grab a paper towel. Wet it a little bit. It's gonna take off some of this. I don't care if it's wet. It'll water down some of the color, especially the dark pink I'm using. So we'll leave this here for now. I'm gonna take the brayer that already has the pink on it and roll off the excess. And then we're gonna come with antique white. I'm gonna do pink and green. So I'm gonna shake this up because I haven't used these paints in a while. These are like springy colors. Get all that, and then I'm actually gonna take this piece of mesh and I'm gonna roll it over with the brayer to get the pattern. And it's not straight, but it's giving me a pattern. And we'll see what that looks like. Get a new piece of scrap. Press down to get that pattern on the paper. Now we're going to lift this up and see what that gives us. This is a very messy project. I like what I'm seeing so far. So this is with the mesh. Oops. This is the pattern we get with the mesh. That's pretty cool. So I will put this to the side and let that dry. Gonna wet my brayer. Okay. So let's do a little more with the green. A little more with the pink. And a little more with the antique white. Oops. That one's very liquidy. Let's see what we get when we use this. And again, I'm going to use my brayer to get those marks. Okay. Let's grab a piece of paper and let's see what this gives us. This is a pretty cool pink print as well. That's what came from this. Now let's try a couple of different together. just get more water. Okay. I want a little bit more of a darker green with the pink. So I'm going to use this lime green. With the spring green. And the pink. And I'm just going to do a little bit of the dark pink. Let's see what we get here. There's no whites. No beiges on this one. That lime green looks a little yellow. Looks like it made it a little bit orange, but we'll see when we pull it up. So I am going to lay this one down again. I'm also going to lay the mesh down. I'm going to put some of that black. Roll that. And see what comes up. Get my scrap piece. Okay. This does have an orange tint to it. Cool print at the bottom. I like this one. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one to dry. And it really doesn't take them too long to dry. Now, has anyone ever done the Gelli printing where they took their scrap pieces and laid those down? I want to try that. Let's see what we get, if we get any type of a different design. So we'll do a little bit of the pink. A little bit of the green. And let's do the beige. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna do this one again, right in the middle. And I'm gonna go down to a diagonal with it. And then I'm going to take one of our scrap pieces and this is what we got from using our scrap. What do you think? Scrap piece gives it a little bit different of a texture because of all the lines. So that's another jelly print. Now, we did a lot of the pink. With the beige and greens and a little bit of yellow. Let's try a little bit of pink and brown, or pink and a darker. Well, sorry about that, guys. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark pink. And I'm gonna do the same thing and take that other piece of scrap that we had. Oh, actually, I forgot to do the, now I'm gonna take that other piece of the scrap that we had. I like the brown in it. And this is with the other piece of the scrap, so you could see where the lines were at the ends. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to put that to the side to dry. So we've already done 7 different ones. That came out pretty cool. I just want to try a couple more. Just get those lines out of the way. So let's try with the green and the brown, green, brown, and pink. Just a little, oops, we got a lot out there. All right, I'm not putting any more down there. The green, brown, where's my brown? Like I said, I haven't used these paints in a while. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to do a little more of the beige. Yeah, that was a lot of pink. So what I want to do now, what didn't I try? I didn't try this wire. Okay. This is what the wire print. This came out pretty cool too. Okay, I'm gonna set that off to dry. And I will clean this up and then show you guys what the prints look like, what prints we got from it. And we'll see what we think. Be right back. So these are the prints that we did. This is the first print that we did, which was the lightest print. It has beige and light pink and a little bit of pattern. So this was one of the lighter ones that we had done. Then we had done this one, which was a darker pink with a little bit of pattern here and here. Pink and antique white. We got this from one of the metal patterns. It's just pink and white. We got this from using, I believe, the mesh, and I really like this one. So the white of the paper, the background, the pink and the antique whites came out in that, just in a different pattern. And then this was, I think this is the one we did where it was a few different patterns. Again, just a pink with the off-white, the beige. And then this had more of a yellow hint to it. We have a couple of different patterns here as well, on the bottom and then up in the corner and then up in this corner. But I think it made more of a yellow in there. Then we have this one from the screen. I think this was the last one we had done. This one's still drying a little bit. It's a little damp. The green and the pink and the brown. And then this was made with the scrap that we had done and just did another pattern. So it's kind of like a grungy shabby. And then this was also made with one of the scraps, which I guess because we used darker colors, you can't really tell it was a part of the scrap. So these are the papers this is the outcome of the Gelli printing. I think they came out pretty cool. You never get the same pattern twice. And that was it. So thank you for everyone who stayed with me throughout the whole video to watch and see what the outcome was. I really appreciate it. Again, thanks for watching, and you guys have an awesome day. Bye.